Senator Block, do you wish to take up 103? Pass on file. All right, file item 104, pass on file. File item 109, Senator Wieckowski, do you wish to take up file item 109? All right, file item 111, file item 111. Senator Berryhill, not at his desk. File item 119, and colleagues, we're going to go file item 119, 126, 128, 137, 138. File item 119, Senator Hill, do you wish to take up that item? Pass on file. File item 126, Senator Hill, do you wish to take pass on file? File item 128, we will pass on file on 128. File item 137, Senator Hill, do you wish to take up that item? Pass on file. 138, Senator Nielsen, pass on file. File item 139, 142, 145, 146, 147. Those are the next items in line. File item 139, Senator Cannella, not at his desk. File item 142, Senator Leno, pass on file. File item 145, Senator Vidak, pass on file. File item 146, Senator Hernandez. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 187 by Assemblymember Bonta, an acronym to Children's Services.
Senator Hernandez.
Thank you, Madam President and members. So there's a program, it's called CCS. This particular program deals with the absolute most vulnerable children that we have here in the state of California, who have cancer, diseases that are just devastating. Traditionally, it's been paid through what's called fee-for-service. There's discussion about the administration moving it out to managed care, and there have been work groups to try to figure out how we move this population over. So this bill, what it's going to do, it's going to extend the CCS carve-out because it's supposed to expire in 2016. It's just going to extend an additional year to allow those conversations to occur. And here's my concern if it doesn't happen. And here's my concern that if we don't take care of this population, you're going to see these patients that are going to be seen by providers who don't know their issues, their cases. They need specialty care, for example, like Children's Hospital. It's a very, very vulnerable population we've got to deal with. I'm committed to continue to work with that process, and I think this is a bill that's very important to make it occur. So with that, members, I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Hernandez. Senator Pan, under debate and discussion. Senator Pan.
Thank you, Madam President, Senators. I, too, stand in support of AB 187. I want to thank Senator Hernandez and Senator Bonta for the work they've been doing on this very important program. I am a CCS provider. I have taken care of many children in the CCS program. They are among the most vulnerable in our community. These are children with sometimes very rare conditions, certainly conditions that require subspecialty care. We need to ensure that these children can get the care that they deserve, the care from people who actually have the qualifications to take care of the conditions they have. So as we're moving forward and revamping the CCS program, we need to ensure that they have access to the specialists they need, which often may not necessarily be in the local community because these are sometimes fairly rare conditions. So as we work forward, I think it's important we have the time to have these discussions, to get all the stakeholders, that the department listen to the stakeholders, listen to the parents, listen to the people who take care of them. It's very important. They've been having a stakeholder process. They need to listen. And we need to be sure there's there's the time that's necessary to be sure we craft a real solution to creating a system of care that ensures that they get the care that they need. This CCS has been around for decades. California created it because we knew these kids needed that special care. And I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Pan. Any further debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Senator Hernandez, you may close.
Thank you again, Madam President, members. As my colleague said, the importance of treating and making sure that these youngsters or these kids get the absolute best care, I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
All debate having ceased, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Anderson. Bates. Aye. Anderson, aye. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. Block. Aye. Canella. De Leon. Fuller. Aye. Gaines. Aye. Galgiani. Aye. Glazer. Aye. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Aye. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Aye. Wesso. Aye. Huff. Jackson.
Aye.
Aye. Lada. Aye. Leno. Aye. Leva. Aye. Liu. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mendoza. Mitchell. Aye. Monning. Aye. Morlock. Aye. Morrell. Aye. Wynn. Aye. Nilsson. Pan. Aye. Pavley. Roth. Aye. Runner. Aye. Stone. Aye. Vidak. Aye. Wachowski. Aye. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
All right, Senator Hernandez moves a call. Next number is file item 147. Senator Liu. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 210 by Assemblymember Gatto, an act relating to highways.
Senator Liu.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, this bill will create a one-year pilot project to help ease traffic congestion by reducing high-occupancy vehicle lane hours on State Route 134 and State Route 210 in Los Angeles County. This bill asks Caltrans to determine whether the policy of 24-hour HOV lanes use is effective on every highway in the county. Caltrans will also see if opening HOV lanes at non-rush hour periods could ease congestion. Results of this survey will be reported to the legislature. Expanding carpool lanes during non-peak hours is a cost-effective way to expand capacity on the state's highway system. AB 210 enjoys bipartisan support. There is no opposition, and I ask for your aye vote.
Any debate or discussion on this item? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Anderson. Bates. Aye. Bell. Anderson, aye. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. Block. Aye. Canella. De Leon. Fuller. Aye. Gaines. Aye. Galgiani. Aye. Glazer. Aye. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Aye. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Aye. Wisso. Aye. Huff. Jackson. Aye. Lada. Aye. Leno. Aye. Leva. Aye. Liu. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mendoza. Mitchell. Aye. Monning. Aye. Morlock. Aye. Morrell. Aye. Wynn. Aye. Nilsson. Aye. Pan. Aye. Pavley. Roth. Aye. Runner. Stone. Runner, aye. Stone, aye. Vidak. Aye. Wachowski. Aye. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Senator Liu moves a call. Our next group of items will be file items 152, 154, 156, 158, and 161. Starting with file item 152. File item 152, Senator Block. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 340 by Assemblymember Weber, an act relating to post-secondary education.
Senator Block.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm pleased to present AB 340 by Assemblymember Weber. It's an act related to higher education and campus climate. The bill was the result of an Assembly Select Committee on Campus Climate that worked in 2014. Recent incidents on California campuses remind us that work is still needed to ensure that once students arrive on campus, they are welcomed, respected, and safe, whatever their background. AB 340 requires the Board of Governors of the California Community Colleges and the trustees of the California State Universities, and encourages the regents of the University of California to generate a report once every 2 years of the legislative session on new campus developments as they impact gender, gender identity, race, ethnicity, national origin, religion, sexual orientation, and disability. The report would also include administrative efforts to improve campus climate, student demographic data, and campus crime statistics. By requiring a report on recent developments on campus climate,
3 segments of higher education would keep key policymakers informed about new and ongoing endeavors and developments to improve their campus's climate. AB 340 has received bipartisan support, and I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Block. Debate or discussion on this item? Is there any debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen? Aye. Anderson? No. Bates? No. Bell? Aye. Berryhill? Block? Aye. Canella? De Leon? Fuller? Gaines? No. Galgiani? Aye. Glazer? Aye. Hall? Aye. Hancock? Aye. Hernandez? Aye. Hertzberg? Aye. Hill? Aye. Wisso? Aye. Huff? Jackson? Aye. Lutta? Aye. Leno? Aye. Leva? Aye. Liu? Aye. McGuire? Aye. Mendoza? Mitchell? Aye. Monning? Aye. Morlock? Morrell? No. Wynn? Nilsson? No. Pan? Aye. Pavley? Aye. Roth? Aye. Runner? No. Stone? No. Vidak? Aye. Wachowski? Aye. Wolk? Wolk? Morlock? No.
Ayes 25, excuse me, we're going to place a call. Senator Block moves a call. File item 154, Senator Leyva. Do you wish to take up, all right, Mr. Secretary, please read. File item 154.
Assembly Bill 375 by Assemblymember Campos, an act relating to school employees.
Senator Leyva.
Thank you, Madam President. Good morning, members. AB 375 seeks to expand differential pay to include paid parental leave for teachers. Currently, teachers have 6 to 8 weeks of maternity leave, comprised of accumulated sick leave and differential pay. Afterwards, a teacher may take an additional 12 weeks of unpaid leave. Members, we must do all we can to support parents having enough time to bond with their child. AB 375 ensures that a teacher could get up to 12 weeks of differential paid leave. Those who choose to educate and care for our children should not be forced to spend less time with their own children during the crucial first few months. This bill would apply to both biological parents and adoptive parents as well. The best part of using differential pay to cover parental leave is that teachers' salaries will be used to pay their qualified replacement, adding no expenses to the district. AB 375 has received bipartisan support in both houses, and I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Leyva. Debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen? Aye. Anderson? No. Bates? No. Bell? Aye. Berryhill? Block? Aye. Canella? De Leon? Fuller? Gaines? No. Galgiani? Aye. Glazer? Hall? Aye. Hancock? Aye. Hernandez? Aye. Hertzberg? Aye. Hill? Aye. Wisso? Aye. Huff? Jackson? Aye. Lutta? Aye. Leno? Aye. Leva? Aye. Liu? Aye. McGuire? Aye. Mendoza? Mitchell? Aye. Monning? Aye. Morlock? No. Morrell? No. Wynn? Nilsson? No. Pan? Aye. Pavley? Aye. Roth? Aye. Runner? Stone? No. Vidak? Aye. Wachowski? Aye. Wolk? Wolk, aye. Wynn, no.
Senator
Runner, no.
Senator Leyva moves a call. File item 156, Senator Galgiani. Do you wish to bring up that item? Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 384 by Assemblymember Perea, an act relating to food safety.
Senator Galgiani.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members. AB 384 is sponsored by the California League of Food Processors and simply deletes a January 1st, 2016 date. This sunset is for a $100 fee that funds the Department of Public Health's Food Safety Education and Contamination Prevention Training Program. The sunset has been extended every 5 years since 1997, when it was dedicated to this education and prevention training program. The success of this education and training program has benefited the food industry by reducing processed food contamination incidents. The League of Food Processors and their members want this fee in order to continue the funding of this education and training program. There's no opposition. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Debate or discussion on this item? Is there any debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. I. Anderson. Bates. I. Bell. I. Berryhill. Block. I. Canella. De Leon. Fuller. Gaines. I. Galgiani. I. Glazer. I. Hall. Hancock. I. Hernandez. Hertzberg. I. Hill. I. Weso. I. Huff. Jackson.
Aye.
I. Lada. I. Leno. I. Leva. I. Liu. I. McGuire. I. Mendoza. Mitchell. I. Monning. I. Morlock. I. Morrell. I. Wynn. I. Nilsson. Wynn, no. Nilsson. I. Pan. I. Pavley. Roth. I. Runner. I. Stone. I. Vidak. I. Wachowski. I. Wolk. Wolk, I. Anderson, I.
Senator Galgiani moves a call. File item 158, Senator Pavley, do you wish to take up file item 1? Pass on file. File item 161. Senator Hall, do you wish to take up file item 161? Pass on file. All right, colleagues, the next series of items we will be taking up, so please, if you would make sure you're at your desk if you wish to take the item up. File item 168, 175, 176, 179, 181. Starting with file item 168. Senator Wolk, pass on file. File item 175. 175, Senator Leva. All right, we'll go back to file item 174. File item 174, Senator Hertzberg. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 931 by Assemblymember Irwin, an act relating to taxation to take effect immediately, tax levy.
Senator Hertzberg.
Thank you so much. And again, I apologize for the lack of notice on the jockeying. I apologize for that, members. But in California, there are 1.8 million veterans. 1.8 million veterans. And a recent Congressional Joint Economic Committee study released indicating that the rate of unemployment for veterans is dramatically higher than not for veterans. What a horrible statement that is about our society. And so Assemblymember Irwin in this measure is boy, that's 3 strikes, I'm out, is trying to amend the current law to expand the period of time to allow veterans to take advantage of tax credits. Now, in the Governance and Finance Committee, we have discussed this whole notion of tax credits with great deliberation, and it is a tricky issue. But I think from a public policy perspective, if you're going to make a priority, having a priority for employing veterans is a worthy tax credit. I ask for your support of this measure.
Debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. I. Anderson. I. Bates. I. Bell. I. Berryhill. Block. I. Canella. De Leon. Fuller. Gaines. I. Galgiani. I. Glazer. I. Hall. I. Hancock. I. Hernandez. I. Hertzberg. I. Hill. I. Weso. I. Huff. Jackson. I. Lada. I. Leno. I. Leva. I. Liu. McGuire. I. Mendoza. I. Mitchell. I. Monning. I. Morlock. I. Morrell. Wynn. I. Morrell, no. Morrell, I. Nilsson. Pan. I. Pavley. I. Roth. I. Runner. Stone. I. Vidak. I. Wachowski. I. Wolk. Wolk, I. Liu, I.
Senator Hertzberg moves a call. File item, we're going to go back to file item 169. File item 169. Who is that? Senator Bell. Senator Bell, file item 169. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 808 by Assemblymember Ridley Thomas, an act relating to automotive fuels and products.
Senator Bell.
Madam Chair and members, we have to regulate properly biodiesel fuel in a proper manner. So this is AB 808, which would expand the authority of the California Department of Food and Agriculture to ensure that these alternative motor vehicle fuels and automotive products are regulated in a similar manner as traditional fuels and automotive products. The existing law does not provide the Department of Food and Agriculture with the necessary authority to protect consumers against substandard new fuels and products which could negatively impact vehicle emissions and mileage performance, damage engines, and fuel cells. So an alternative fuels power more vehicles in California as we look to the next decade. It is essential that we protect consumers and businesses by providing clear standards and guidelines to prevent consumer confusion and unfair practices that could harm our marketplace. This bill would promote uniformity and transparency, thereby instilling consumer confidence in emerging fuels and facilitating their adoption in the workplace. Let's make the market work and allow the expansion of these programs. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Bell. Debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. I. Anderson. I. Bates. I. Bell. I. Berryhill. Block. I. Canella. De Leon. I. Fuller. Gaines. Galgiani. I. Gaines, I. Glazer. I. Hall. I. Hancock. Hernandez. I. Hertzberg. I. Hill. I. Wesso. I. Huff. Jackson.
Aye.
I. Lutta. I. Leno. I. Leva. I. Liu. I. McGuire. I. Mendoza. I. Mitchell. I. Monning. I. Morlock. Morrell. Wynn. I. Nilsson. Pan. I. Pavley. I. Roth. I. Runner. I. Stone. I. Vidak. I. Wachowski. I. Wolk. Wolk, aye. Morlock, aye. Hancock, aye. Morrell, aye. Nilsson, aye.
Senator Bell moves a call. We will go back to... We are back on track. Excuse me. We are going to go to file item 175. Senator Leyva, do you wish to take up file item 175? Pass on file. And then there's file item 176. Pass on file. File item 179. Senator Wolk, do you wish to take up file item 179? Pass on file. File item 181. Senator Block. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 1091 by Assemblymember Eduardo Garcia, an act relating to student financial aid.
Senator Block.
Thank you, Madam President. Each year, millions of dollars in college aid are left on the table by students in California because they don't complete the free application for federal student aid, known as FAFSA, or the California student aid applications. AB 1091 streamlines California's financial aid process to increase Cal Grant and FAFSA completion rates. AB 1091 requires the California Student Aid Commission, or CSAC, to develop and make available to each school district a graduation verification template so the commission can determine the pupils who are eligible for Cal Grants. AB 1091 will also authorize CSAC to require electronic submission of graduation verification data by school districts. The bill has received bipartisan support, and there is no known opposition. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Block, working that bow tie there a little bit. Any debate or discussion? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. I. Anderson. I. Bates. I. Bell. Berryhill. Block. I. Canella. De Leon. I. Fuller. Gaines. I. Galgiani. I. Glazer. Hall. I. Hancock. I. Hernandez. I. Hertzberg. I. Hill. I. Hueso. I. Huff. Jackson. I. Lara. I. Leno. I. Leva. I. Liu. I. McGuire. I. Mendoza. I. Mitchell. I. Monning. I. Morlock. I. Morrell. I. Wynn. I. Nilsson. I. Pan. I. Pavley. I. Roth. I. Runner. I. Stone. I. Vidak. I. Wachowski. I. Wolk. Wolk, aye. Glazer, aye.
Senator Block moves a call. File item, we're going to move colleagues to the next series of bills. File item 190, 191, 196, 199, 202, and 203. File item 190, Senator Hall, do you wish? Senator Hall, do you wish to take that selfie? File item 190, Senator Hall is prepared to take up that item. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 1301 by Assemblymember Jones Sawyer, an act relating to elections.
Senator Hall.
Thank you, Madam President and members. AB 1301 establishes a state pre-clearance system under which certain political subdivisions are required to get approval from Secretary of State before implementing specified policy changes related to elections. When Congress enacted the Federal Voting Rights Act of 1965, it determined that racial discrimination in voting had been more prevalent in certain areas of the country. Section 4 of the VRA established a formula to identify those geographic areas to be subject to pre-clearance under Section 5 of the VRA. For nearly 50 years, Section 5 of the VRA served as our democracy's checkpoint in protecting millions of voters of color from racially discriminatory voting practices. In June 2013, the U.S. Supreme Court ended this protection when it held the coverage formula of the VRA to be unconstitutional. AB 1301 seeks to remedy the abrupt ending of the VRA Section 5 coverage and ensure that the right to vote is neither abridged nor denied in California. Providing voter protections not only increases civic participation, but ensures that communities have a fair say in their representation at all levels of the government. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Debate or discussion on this item? Is there any debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. I. Anderson. Bates. Anderson. Anderson, no. Bates. No. Bell. I. Berryhill. Block. I. Canella. No. De Leon. I. Fuller. Gaines. No. Galgiani. I. Glazer. I. Hall. I. Hancock. I. Hernandez. I. Hertzberg. I. Hill. I. Hueso. I. Huff. Jackson.
Aye.
I. Lara. I. Leno. I. Leva. I. Liu. I. McGuire. I. Mendoza. I. Mitchell. I. Monning. I. Morlock. No. Morrell. No. Wynn. Nilsson. No. Pan. I. Pavley. I. Roth. Aye. Runner. No. Stone. No. Vidak. No. Wachowski. Aye. Wolk. Wolk, aye. Wynn, no.
Senator Hall moves a call. File item 191, Senator Hernandez, do you wish to take up 191? Pass on file. File item 196,